teenager is bent on becoming a kingdom kaijun, but the country of his intellect is thriving. Even as the boy ran out of food for his harem, he never paid attention to the government. He also educated the traitorous Shoshong on matters of state. But it turned out to be a blessing in disguise, and the country that was about to be destroyed. Step by step, the country was pushed down the path of the First Reich, just as the Tupi had just crossed over. It's still very scary, because he's a lousy emperor. He was put on the throne by a traitor. As a puppet, he had no say at all. The thought of being manipulated for the rest of his life, he wanted to die. But the sudden appearance of the kingdom system, it put him in a trance. And then there was him who reads crossover novels every day. This is the first time I've seen this kind of weird setting. He can return to the modern era if he makes the previous dynasty fall. The map page can be viewed at any time for their information. At this point, he realizes that the beautiful woman next to him is the traitor. I've arranged for her to spy on him. 2 guys under the throne. They are the biggest traitors of the Qin dynasty. Chancellor Zhao Zhuo and Chancellor Li Tianyuan. I see your mind is not in the right place. Is there something on your mind? I'm not waiting for Tupi to say anything. He scoffed at the idea that His Highness was afraid that it would be easy to do something that was uncomfortable. The 2 of them thought that that it would be like the previous one, the one that was just a little bit more submissive. I didn't realize that Tupi was happy. I'd like to see the country die soon. At this moment, you're looking for death. He thinks that if he dies, it's the end of his country. After all, according to the rituals of the late emperor's death, the crown prince, who was in charge of the army, complained about the death of the emperor. If we follow the plan of these 2 traitors, we'll have to kill him. I'd be on the throne myself. It'll be a long time before the country is destroyed. We'll still be under their control, like puppets. Think about it. The graphic page, as the 2 men look on in shock, hand grab the jade seal in Zhao Zhuo's hand. I am the emperor now. From now on, I'll decide who to kill and who not to kill. The crowd was dumbfounded by this scene. It's hard to believe that this guy's been doing all this team behavior. It's all an act. Zhao Zhuo was also dumbfounded for a long time. Then he cursed furiously. You're not even on the throne yet, you? If I can help you up, I can kill you. Midnight licked his lips arrogantly. Then come and kill me. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Li Tianyuan rushed to urge everyone to calm down. Tupian thought the fire was not enough. He even slammed the jade seal in his hand on the ground. To realize that spreading the jade seal, symbolizing the power of the Qin dynasty. If you drop the seal, do you still want to build this law? Look at the 2 of them. Tupi is ready to go to the west. But Zhao Zhuo was just about to get angry. Li Tianyuan then took him down with one hand. He was also puzzled by the diagram page. But now is not the time for internal bickering, so he dragged Zhao Zhuo away, ignoring Tai's yelling. For the disobedient golem, Zhao Zhuo is determined to eliminate them. While Li Tianyuan analyzes in depth, Crown Prince Tusu has a heavy hand on the outside, trapped like gold and jade. We can't even get the hospital to let go. When Gusu comes to power, we'll be the first to be eliminated. If we persecute God, he'll fight us to the death. And we're afraid to bet. It's all just a matter of boarding the plane now. Zhao Zhuo listens in a cold sweat. He didn't expect it. Tupi would take advantage of their 3-way shutdown to harness them. The previous 2 people picked the centerfold. It's because he's in the best control of the late emperor's many heirs. I didn't realize he was hiding so well. And on the other side, the misunderstood poison. The liquid is about to go crazy. He didn't realize ancient food was so bad. He can't even read a word of the scroll. I don't have a computer. A cell phone without a cell phone. I'm bored with my cell phone. The only thing that still tempts him is a beautiful woman. I can't control myself. No wonder ancient kings died so young. When it's all over, Tai suddenly remembers. He could be killed by this spy girl himself. Uncle Cho, are you actually the mole that Zhao Zhuo filmed next to me? The woman is doubly shocked by this statement. He's still trying to act. But Tupi's got it right on the spot. Don't worry, I'm enjoying my game with him. Otherwise, it would be too boring to be an emperor. Go to the bottom of the page of the book. I didn't realize I was trying to come to you. But you treat it like a game. This showdown shows you're tired of the game. The page pretends to be drunk and lying on the table, listening to the sound of a woman approaching. The page is just about to get excited. Suddenly a voice rings out. In order for the host's goal to be clearer, the point system has been added. Currently the initial state is 1000. The host just needs to make the kokiri 0. This is the completion of the mission, and my life and death will not diminish the language. When I heard this, Tupei was dumbfounded. He hurriedly turned back and grabbed Uncle Zhao's stabbing jade hand. He almost got himself killed. A flash of determination in Uncle Zhao's eyes, stabbing his hand on the armor again. But a weak woman is no match for venom. You've been seduced by my words. That's no way to be a spy. Tupei knocked Shoshu out with a slap, waiting for the woman to wake up again. Realizing she's not dead, Tupei tells him not to worry. I told you it was just a game. You can pass messages at your leisure. I'll pretend I don't know anything about this. Now I'm going to start an interesting game. Speak. Tupei started waving the mawashi in his hand. But after all this time, I can't write a decent word. Uncle Zhao, you write it for me. The unsettled mind of the edict was pulled over. I don't know what kind of imperial decree His Highness is going to write. But the next move on the page kills him. He's going to kill Su and all of Tu's children into a number. And there's going to be a huge selection of concubines, bringing the ladies of the princes and nobles to the palace. Tu is also trying to be an unabashedly dim king. Tyrant is right. He's also going to trust the likes of the traitorous Zhao Zhuo and Li Tianyuan. That's it. The bones of the late emperor are cold. Doing so many things is chilling enough. He immediately waved his hand and ran away. I'm going to take a look at Zhao Zhuo right now. Li Tianwang's royal study room, but an imperial decree came down. Tupei is still working on his own. To be when Wang Guojijun feels. I'm happy, but I don't want to be. It's a maneuver that's made the empire grow. Zhao Zhuo slapped down the imperial edict after hearing the report. Taiyuan is planning to abolish the Tupian and create a new army. I didn't realize that all the royal children had been relegated to the common people. At that moment, Li Tianyuan also came forward to persuade him. This new brother of ours is obviously knocking us down. The two are already at odds at this point. Li Tianyuan decided to assist Tai. Zhao Zhuo, on the other hand, is still a hostage, the dream of the son of the king and his vassals. When the two came to the imperial study, Tupei treated the two traitors as if they were family. They come up here and greet them with a warm welcome. Zhao Zhuo is also puzzled. But he still plans to be at the court tomorrow. He's going to give Tupei a good thrashing with his ministers. I didn't realize that the next moment, Tuhaku would speak up and say, "It'll be too much trouble to go to the court. I trust your love anyway. I'll leave the two of you in charge of the court." Tupei inadvertently preempts Zhao Zhuo's preemptions again. This further shocked Li Tianyuan. Their little minds were in front of the chart page. It's not enough. And that's when Tupei made his plea. Searching the world for beautiful women is too slow. Why don't we start around the imperial capital? Let's start with women in this. That's a good one. Shocked the two great traitors. That's a good one, isn't it? But he's got it coming to him. Saves us the trouble of having to do it. See the partners say this. Li Tianyuan was furious on the spot. I urge you to belittle us again. His Majesty will surely die a horrible death. Except he doesn't go to court. He's got a harem. This may seem like an outrageous move. But it's against our company's environment. It means he's not in court. He's confident that he can control the government even when he's not in court. Taking the women of the courtiers' families into the harem. He can then marry them. Directly to the minister. Digging up our roots in the court. And His Majesty's expansion of the harem. It's also to pass on his two bloodline. Li Tianyuan analyzes the situation. Scared Zhao Zhuo into a cold sweat. He asks what to do. Li Tianyuan hemmed and hawed. And didn't say a word. A few days later, the selection of a beautiful woman. Mostly unworthy ladies of the nobility. Only these two ladies are from the great former gentry. Two great families were beheaded for touching the late emperor. Li Tianyuan, who was in charge of the execution, had a moment of weakness. He saved the girl. 10 years. He raised his two daughters in hiding. The hope was to be his wife someday. This time, it's the right time to choose a wife. I don't know what's going on. Place the two girls next to Tupei. And Tupei looks at all the beautiful women in front of him. His mouth is watering. But before Li Tianyuan could be happy. In the next second, the page jumped up. These two ladies are something else. Li Tianyuan was dumbfounded. I didn't realize the scheme was over before it started. I didn't realize that anyone who could help Tupei Wanghua. The information is all controlled by the system. Tupei glances at Li Tianyuan. It didn't ignite. This worries me, beauty. Just the standard fare for a foolish king in his kingdom. Tupei lifted the woman's chin and took a good look at her. I didn't realize this woman had a hidden agenda. He's never been touched by a man in all his years. Just touching the sensitive parts. You'll go into a coma from the tremors. Li Tianyuan thought the woman. He was knocked out by Tupian's discovery of his identity. Frightened, he rushes to his knees to identify, but then Tupian waved his hand and said he didn't need to be replaced. This woman is my favorite. He'll be the one to serve me tonight. Tu Yi Huayin has just landed. The woman on the side then glared at him viciously. What kind of look is that? Do you want a piece of this? Why don't we just do a 3-player fight? It's not that these two girls are the most beautiful in the harem. Venom. Entirely because the system shows that the two are here to destroy the country. That's why he approached. Anyone who can help him destroy his country must be good at something. But after a night's study, the chart page doesn't tell us much either. It's hard not to use some special means. Tupei's been thinking a lot. Finally decided to ask in person. Do you guys have any talents or anything like that? The two girls were taken by Li Tianyuan before they arrived. Tu Ye was instructed to, there's definitely more to this man than just his lust for beauty. They must show value beyond their looks. Usher is the first to speak. Caring for character measurement, feng shui healing. The other aspect of healthcare is your own house. And when Tupei looks at a Jew, he said he had no talent. He's just been with his grandfather since he was a kid. I've been in and out of all kinds of business. He learned to count his money by ear. He's also good at counting hearts. Hear this. The chart page finally gets it. This woman, Fan Daoshu, comes from a family of independent merchants. Whether it's a fake account, you're good at embezzling or counting yourself out. And Zhuge is from a family obsessed with Taoism and alchemy. It's a standard feature of the worst kings in history, taking advantage of two women's hatred for him. Tu Ye immediately ordered a Jew to take charge of the kingdom, and Usher was given the title of, and Dr. Usher was put in charge of the imperial hospital. He's in charge of making pills for him. Leave it to Usher to make Daolang drink the medicine. The two women were shocked and speechless upon hearing this. This is where Tupei suddenly thought of something else. Since Usher is the master of the state, let's wear robes from now on. And as who is a finance girl, just wear a black silk skirt. It'd be nice to have top parties in the harem. A traitor to make him my king. He even went so far as to fake a royal decree, so that the prince's temple, which is far away from the border. The imperial decree was delivered by Zhao Xin, a powerful general, but the capital is thousands of kilometers from the border. It's a long way to travel. The news was eventually leaked. Quinwell gets the message and intercepts it immediately. Even if a little bit of cold arrives first, then the gun comes out like a dragon's letter. They couldn't resist their attack. Ziyi is the most mysterious organization of the late emperor. They are only responsible for guarding the orders of the late emperor Qian Yuan. Before his death, the late emperor made Tu Su the crown prince. And now Master Tu has not only usurped the throne, he's also trying to kill the crown prince. Of course, they can't just sit back and do nothing. So the leaders decided to split up. On the one hand, he told them what had happened. Qi Yuan's attitude in Beijing. On the one hand, they want to take control of the chart page themselves. On the other hand, Tupei suddenly sneezes. At this point he is still in the harem playing poker with the pretty girls. I don't know which one of the beauties has fallen for him again. And Zhao Chua has been waiting for 5 days. And no word from Zhao Xin. Unbeknownst to me, Chief Derb has already given away his head. At that moment Li Tianyuan walked in. I've come to bring you good news. And bad news. Zhao Chua looks warning. I'm not looking forward to changing messages. It's the failure of the plan to kill Tusu by forging an imperial decree. Zhao Chua, who thought he had it all together. There's some misfortune at the moment. Lord Zhao, we're on the same page. I don't have to lie to you. Zhao Qing was robbed and killed 5 days ago. It was the late emperor's. When the Kun leader pins this painting, Zhao Chua's face underneath the cannon. To know, Kun has always been a bloody and brutal interviewer. Lord Zhao should hear the good news. Although Xiao killed Zhao Xin, I was under the mistaken impression that Tu Yi asked you to issue that decree, so his next target is Tu Yip. Zhao Chua has been in the court for so many years. He's not a trustworthy person. Not to mention the fact that Kunwei has always been a loner. There's no way this kind of secrecy could ever be revealed to outsiders. Li Qianyuan waved his hand. How did I learn that you don't have to care? Now we can use this to our advantage, breaking His Majesty's enchantment in Tusu. By the wisdom between us, His Majesty is holding a banquet in the harem today. I've been working on it a little bit. It's already making advancing guards extra risky. Now Xiao is completely on Tusu's side. So whether this assassination is successful or not, the Tusu Dujiangyan monument is a demon of the army. Lost the great righteousness. Even an army in hand is no longer scary. Zhao Chua is overjoyed. This kills two birds with one stone and completely separates the two. Li Qianyuan patted him on the shoulder. What he said just now was completely ideal. But in the end, it's all up to you. The only thing he couldn't figure out in the whole plan was Venom. After all, it was the only man he'd ever feared. At the same time, 2 years' heart's desire for cosplay. It's finally organized. What a bunny. Opinion wizard. He had all his underlings make costumes. Sure, the chief of the guards also wears exotic clothing. Get in the middle of it. Couldn't help but gag at the sight of this scene. I haven't seen a faint yet. I'm sure you'll welcome it to your heart's content. What a slutty little thing to wear. Before he can say anything, a crowd has gathered around him. Little sister, you're wearing so much. How do I get the king's favor? He hasn't figured out how to answer. And the man of God made his appearance. The page opens with a kiss to the ladies of the harem. There's no one who doesn't want to be favored by the emperor. One step to heaven. At this point the page froze. He spotted Shaw in the crowd. A message from the system quickly allowed him to read the woman's letter. The message sees Toupei staring at him. Shaw thinks he's been exposed. He took out his bayonet and stabbed him. But he never expected it. Master 2 taught the crowd a lesson 5 days ago. So-called cosplay is role-playing. Everyone has a role to play. Essence. It's in the fun and excitement of playing the part. In the eyes of the fish, Xiao Jing was meant to play the assassin, a little wavy hoof who wants to arouse the emperor's desire for conquest. The crowd is now swarming. They are afraid they'll steal their thunder. Toupei was dumbfounded by this scene. And Xiao is even more dumbfounded. A ridiculous and unchecked ruler. I didn't realize there were so many concubines, willing to die. What's so great about him? I don't care about that right now. Death to all who stand in his way, just when he's about to make a killing. Tuxedo Knight rushes to stop it, to realize that these harem, but they're a great resource for him to play the role of a weak king. At this point, the only people present are Tupian and Xiao. Thoughts return to reality. The other women thought they were in a play. And Toupei can't die until Burley's done. Otherwise, the quest to destroy the country will fail. His mind was racing. I'm sorry I can't die now. But I can return it to Tusu yet. Isn't your goal to put Tusu on the throne? These words shocked Xiao Bold. He didn't realize that everything he had carefully planned, it's all under control. What exactly is your purpose? A slight smile at midnight. I'm not pretending anymore. My purpose is to be a gauge that eats, drinks and dies. The throne of moment. Where is the beauty of the harem? I have no talent for governing, nor for being an emperor. I'd rather give it to someone who can. But it's just unfortunate that the bullshit of the industry is so bad. There's no one in the world who isn't obsessed with authority. True or false? He's going to kill Master Chu as well. The prince can take the throne just as well. Fuyutsuki saw this and hurriedly increased his efforts. You're killing me now. It will only lead to the charge that Tusu's tablet is a king. Even if he were emperor, he would not be worthy of the name. I'll do it. It's all for the sake of my dear brother prince. That's what I'm talking about. Xiao suddenly had tears in his eyes. He remembered what the late emperor once told him. You said that I swept across the land to establish the former dynasty. Is that a good emperor? Xiao still doesn't understand why the late emperor asked. Then the late emperor told him, after my death, it may be a blessing for the people of the former dynasty. The people are too tired because of me. I only hope that future kings will be tolerant and free of strife. No haste for success or gain, even if your qualifications are not as good as mine, even if it's absurd. So that the people would no longer have to suffer from war. At that time, Xiao always thought the late emperor was talking about the butcher. Now it seems to be more in line with the temperament described by the late emperor. Imitating the past, Xiao immediately strengthened his will. Even if we don't kill Venom now, I'd still have to bring him to Tusu before making any plans. But just then, Asher suddenly stood in front of Venom. Want to hold His Majesty hostage? Ask me if I have the medicine in my hand. This scene completely killed Tai. How could this beauty take the initiative to protect herself? Aren't you looking forward to his death? He is still confused and doesn't know. The night before, Li Tianyuan sent the two to the palace. Special instructions: after the attack, remember not to be blinded by hatred. Tu Yi cannot be killed. The blood feud of the late emperor to destroy your two families. How can it be solved by killing a butcher? Your ultimate mission is to make the prince of big money. So you should protect Tai well for now. Originally, I thought Tai was the prince of the middle prince, the one who is most incompetent in marriage. Let you go to his side and be a concubine in troubled times. Just go to the kingdom of temptation. But this was just my initial plan. After boarding the plane at Tai, he seemed like a different person. The previous incompetence in marriage was more like a disguise. It is getting more and more difficult for me to figure it out. So you have to replace me. Find his flaws at close range. It is the first time for Liang to see this kind of expression on Li Tianyuan's face. You two girls must remember one thing. We must not let him stand on the same side as Tu Su. From the bizarre incident, it is just as Li Tianyuan expected at that time. The real purpose of Tu Yi's competition has not yet been given. Tu Su's harem banquet this time. Now it seems that he has to unite with Kun Wei. He must stop it head on. Xiao Yu and Asher each have their own ideas. Both sides are fighting fiercely. But Venom on the side is also dumbfounded. At this moment, the system sound suddenly sounded. Announced Chen Qiao mutiny. Let the general with a large army force the unsuccessful. If it is not successful, 1,000 national strength points will be deducted. The one-time kingdom was almost not given. Venom agitation. The scene at this time is the government and this condition. He must stop Asher. Let Xiao take him away. Tu Yi suddenly had an idea. Thought of Asher's weakness. As long as the opposite sex touches the sensitive parts, the whole person will be paralyzed. As the emperor of the 9-5 Supreme Clan, I will let my beloved concubine protect me. Instantly, Asher was like a deflated ball. She was paralyzed. Tu Yi hurriedly cancelled his teachings. Take this opportunity to hold me hostage. Xiao is standing there with a lot of questions in his mind. What's going on? Could it be his trajectory again? Seeing that the other party was indifferent, Tu Yi has to give up the trick. Why are you still hesitating? It was too late when the guards arrived. Xiao couldn't care less. Prepared to take the picture page first. But the moment his jade hand touched the picture page, a terrifying aura came over him. Asher, who was originally unconscious, suddenly trembled. This is Jugesha's hidden second attribute. When she falls into a coma after being touched by a man, other women who have contact with sea men will be